Hey Liz, thanks for joining us today. Liz Hack is here. She is the co-chair of National Philanthropy Day, and she's going to tell us exactly what that event is.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to talk about National Philanthropy National Philanthropy Day 2021. Um, it's going to be a lot different than what people saw last year. We are going to be in person November 19th at the Olmsted. We're going to be there for lunch from 11 to 1 p.m.
Awesome. And what's happening the day before? You all are adding something special the day
Yeah,
before.
so we did it last year. If those remember, we had Lynn Wester come and speak. It wasn't the day before. I think it was like the beginning of the week. She kind of kicked things off. And that was a 2-hour event. And we're going to do the exact same thing this year, except this year we're going to have a wonderful national speaker. Her name is Sabrina Walker Hernandez. And I'm really excited about it. She came highly recommended, and her presentation is going to be about how to keep your board engaged in resource development all year long. So, and she kind of customized it for us too. So if you've heard her speak before, she changed a couple of things and she's making it something specific for our region. So I'm really excited to hear her speak on November 18th from 9 to 11.
Nice. I think that sounds like a topic that you could invite your board members to, a lot of your staff members, like get leadership involved. That's a good topic.
Yeah, and no matter what your experience level is in development, you're going to find something that gives you that aha moment, I think, in that professional development opportunity. So if you can't make the 19th and you want to, you want to attend something, or you feel like you need a little bit more information, you can come to the event with online with Sabrina Hernandez. So I'm excited
Awesome.
about it.
So fundraisers work well with deadlines, and there's a deadline coming up, and it's really all about what National Philanthropy Day celebrates, which is the wonderful philanthropists in our area. So will you tell us a little bit about the awards, and just kind of briefly what that looks like this year?
Sure. So for those of you who don't know about National Philanthropy Day, I'll just go back real quick. It all got started back in the 1980s. A guy named Douglas Freeman started it, and it's a for real national day. It was signed. The official proclamation was signed in 1986 by President Reagan, and it's a national day of philanthropy, right? So but more so, I think it's a really great time. And Andrea, tell me if this is how you feel too, to just kind of stop and reflect on what we've been able to accomplish as a community, as an industry, to impact our city positively. Whether you're a volunteer or a philanthropist or someone who works at a nonprofit, it it makes us stop, because usually we don't have time for that, right? We're on to the next thing, we're on to the next deadline. So I'm excited just for maybe new people who haven't been able to come or haven't been in the industry, um, to attend in 2019.
I agree. I think that potentially after this last year and everything that nonprofits have been through, we see the importance of philanthropy perhaps in a new way. And thinking about the education the day before, the importance of growing as a fundraiser. It's a really important field, and it's a great way to celebrate it. So September 1st is the deadline. And can you explain, do you know offhand how many awards there are?
Yeah. Yeah. So last year, people might remember that we did things a little differently, right? For celebrating COVID-19 philanthropy heroes. And we are moving away from that and going back to our traditional categories. There are 8 categories now, and it's a spectrum of, emerging leaders, youth in philanthropy, founders awards. And I wanted to highlight just a few, because when I started to look at this nomination and the different types of awards there were, when I started trying to nominate folks a while back, I didn't know what they were. You didn't know who they were. So I just wanted to share the Baylor Landrum Jr. Leave a Legacy Award. It was started in 2011 when Mr. Landrum passed away. And there's a wonderful video actually that the Community Foundation of Louisville did about his legacy for Louisville. And he is the founder who kind of resurrected the Community Foundation back in the 1980s. And he has, it's a great video. It's very short. If you want to learn a little bit more about him and what types of things that he was passionate about that he helped nonprofits in our community do. He's truly a hero in many nonprofit eyes. And the last person to uh, be recognized in this category was Walter Clare. And I know he has done a lot of work in leaving a legacy with planned giving. So more specifically, it's recognizing individuals who have made a planned gift or maybe they've helped to promote planned giving in our community, to leave a legacy for our community members. The other one I wanted to just highlight real quickly is a newer one. We have the Emerging Leader Award, and it recognizes an outstanding individual in fundraising ages 25 to 40. We have had only one awardee of this particular category, and it was Lena Ewu back in 2019. And she's still very much involved with AFP and still very active in her work at the Home of the Innocents. So if you have any questions about that one, you can always reach out to Lena. You're welcome, Lena. The last one I wanted just to highlight is the Frank W. Pinnock Founders Award. Now, back in the 80s, I believe Mr. Pinnock started the Association of Fundraising Professionals here in Greater Louisville. So he created the chapter here. And in his honor, they started in 2000 the Frank Pinnock Founders Award. And so the first person to receive that award was Frank Pinnock in 2000. And some other folks who have received that award have been people like Ann Wunsch and Bob Mueller, Linda Medley, and just in 2019, not last year, but in 2019, Jamie Campbell received that award. There's several other awards. There's 8 total. Everything from Outstanding Volunteer to a Philanthropist of the Year, and Philanthropist of the Year, the organization versus the individual, and Young Philanthropist of the Year. So if you know someone, or if you have a question about nominations, or if you want to learn more about that, you can always go to our website, the AFP website, and click on the link to see the past recipients of these awards.
And there are a couple, thanks for sharing that. I didn't know a lot of that history. It was, I appreciate it. There are a couple of things that to me it's kind of a no-brainer to make nominations. One is it's a great way to recognize the people who support your organization and help them know how much you appreciate them. And the second thing is, what I love that you all are doing this year is that you don't announce the winner until that day. So
Yes.
all the nominees, every organization should invite whoever they nominate, and it'll be a fun surprise, but no matter what, they'll be recognized that day at the event.
Absolutely. There's so much wonderful work being done in our community, and if we can come together on National Philanthropy Day and reflect on that, regardless of if I win or you win or whomever wins an award that day, we should be thankful and grateful and kind of thank ourselves and really reach out to one another and talk about that good work so that it's motivational as we move forward in 2021 and to 22.
And one other question I have about nominations, how long does it take to make a nomination? How much information are you all asking for?
Well, that's a good question. And again, I want to remind everyone, September 1st is the deadline to nominate. And all you do is go to the AFP website. You can click on the nomination form. It's a great big button in the middle of the screen. And all that's really required is your email address. Then you'll pick. It's a lot of point and click, right? So click on the award category that you have someone that you have that you're thinking of, and you drop in your information, you drop in the nominees' information, and then a little bit about what you know of their impact in the community, or their why you feel like this is an emerging leader, for example, or why this youth ages 5 to 17 is somebody that needs to be recognized at National Philanthropy Day. There's no attachments needed. There's no letters of recommendations or anything like that. And you just submit the button or click the submission button. And that's it. One last thing I would say, though, is if your nomination is selected by the judges, we will need a quick, very short interview with you on camera to share that the day of the event. So, and all that information is on the form.
Awesome. Thanks so much for this, Liz. Is there anything else you want to add in?
I want to make sure everybody knows that they can get their tickets now. You can get your ticket for the 18th. Right now, there is an early bird special going on right now until November 1st. And the tickets for National Philanthropy Day, you can also get right now. You can buy your tickets early and get a discount. Also, if you're an AFP member, you get a different price as normal. And then if you're not, it's a different price as well. So most of the information is on the website, but if you guys have any questions about the event or how it relates to any of the guidelines that events must follow, you are certainly welcome to email myself or Ashley Murray, who is the other co-chair of the event this year.
Awesome. Thank you for all your work, and to Ashley and the committee for all you all are doing.
Yeah.
And
We got a great committee this year.
Yeah. And it's not been an easy year to plan an event. So thank you all.
It's definitely been difficult. But it's been a lot of fun too. It's we're having to kind of recreate what we've done in the past. And so it's been fun to be creative with a group of really passionate people.
Good. All right. Thanks for joining us, Liz. Have a good one.
Thanks. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.